So, who are we serving? That is a question that is so incredibly important. And a lot of us are going to say, well, if I'm a Christian, I'm serving God, right? Like that is where my focus is. But I think too often we're really afraid of what the world has to say. We're afraid of what our friends have to say, our family. We hold back from sharing the gospel. We hold back from telling the truth. We hold back from giving an account of what is right and moral and good because we're concerned with how we're going to be received or how people are going to respond to that. And one of the most convicting verses in the Bible is Matthew 10:28. And you see Jesus say this. He says, "Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell." That is like one of the most wild verses. But the point is, God controls our eternal destiny, right? We're told to die to self to live for Him. If we're choosing to not die to self and to live for others, we're setting ourselves up for a really disastrous situation, not only because it damages us, but we're withholding the truth from people who need to hear it. And this is something for me that I've had to think a lot about. Like, in what areas of my life have I been more afraid of man than I have been of God? And even when it comes to sin, and I've said this to close friends, like, do I hate my sin enough? Do I love God enough? These are all things that we've got to consider. But I think, especially now, in the wake of everything that has happened in this country in the past month, in the past year, in the past decade, it's been a crazy time. But particularly after the death of Charlie Kirk, thinking about where do we stand? Death always brings us to that point of thinking more about, am I living out the truth? Am I doing what I'm called to do? Do not be afraid of those who can kill the body but cannot kill the soul. That is a powerful reminder. And so my focus is going to be, what does God want me to do? And am I doing that? And sometimes we realize we're not, and we've got to course correct. But you can start the process by praying and saying, God, help me to live the way I'm supposed to live. Help me to have reverence. And when we talk about fear, that's what we're talking about, a respect and a reverence. Help me to have reverence for you and to approach you, Lord, in a way that is most honoring to you and not out of fear of others around me.